Hi, welcome to another video of SRV. Did Harshad Mehta committed scam or what happened in 1992? Let us deep dive and understand a little bit more.
को पता है ना आप क्या बोल रहे हो? 500 करोड़ इतना बड़ा अमाउंट है कि शायद कैलकुलेटर भी एक बार शर्मा जाए।
So recently I was discussing about this web series of Scam 1992 about Harshad Mehta's story with one of my friend, and I was just discussing in terms of what can we learn from that Harshad Mehta's life story, or what are the things that we should avoid. And when I was explaining her, she got so impressed, and then when I seen her getting impressed, I thought perhaps other people will like it too. So let me share it on my YouTube channel. Today through this video I'm going to share the things that we can learn from Harshad Mehta's story, or what we can really understand from Harshad Mehta's story, and what are the things that we can avoid in our life journey. So the very first lesson that we can learn from Harshad Mehta's story, if you will see how it started, he had this big dream, to get involved into the stock market and then start making money through share trading, right? Now you will see the important thing is that's really good. We need to have a dream. Without dream, it's like you're driving a vehicle without a navigation, right? In fact, I've done the whole video series on this, and there's another video I've done just a few weeks back on Think and Grow Rich, in case if you want to really learn a little bit more. But it's very important to have a big dream. Anything that manifests in real life, first manifest in the mind. So never let any limitation come in your mind. Only person that can stop your growth is yourself. The first lesson, as we discussed, is dream big. And you can see in his story how he started living in a chawl, but then still started his journey being a jobber, learn in that. But not just the dream itself can give you everything. You got to take massive actions. You got to start your journey no matter what it takes. You should keep going. So he started his journey as a jobber, working for another broking firm, and before even joining that firm, he has done his research, he's done some studies, and then he made his own way up. So in any business, regardless of whether it's stock market, property, or anything that you like to do, it's important that you do proper research, take massive actions. Education is one of the important things I always suggest. That's why I've written so many books, so people can really get education. You can really think smart and then learn from other people. Now, if you'll see, how he started learning the things in the game and outside the game. So you got to take massive actions. So you will see he was not just doing the job for the sake of job, but he really was 100% into it. He really wanted to learn each and every part of that business so that he could grow. And then you will see in his journey how he started implementing those learning step by step and growing. And the third thing is he never give up. You will see in his life journey there was many difficult times that came, but he was never giving up. He was always able to find some solution. He was always able to stand back, even though he was broke, still he stand back, and then he started his company, grow more, and you may have seen in the web series or other places. So that was his company, which even he was completely finished, restarted that company. And the fourth important thing, which I always tell people, networking. Network with the good like-minded people. Network with the like-minded people who can take you to the next level. When you are around, they say you are the average product of the 5 people you mostly hang around with. I repeat, you are the average of the 5 people you mostly hang around with. So start hanging around with the better network. Start networking with the top level of people. If you'll see, how he started going into the bigger bank, the politicians, and all different sorts of people, he was starting networking with them. And this is very important in any business that, we should start networking with the high level in that field. It's important that what you know, but it is more important than who you know. It's basically using other people's money, using the bank's money, which is technically not his. And you need to be ethical in a business. When you are ethical, you grow a lot more faster. The important, there is one important thing in business is the trust. The two successful mantras sometimes I tell people is, one, you win people's trust, and second, you keep gaining knowledge, better knowledge and understanding, and you can win the trust. Then nothing and no one can stop you. If you'll see, in his life story, how he started using banks' money, without even giving BR and SGL. You can technically go and see what that BR and SGL mean. So without those bank receipts and all, he started using those loopholes in the system and then started using that money, which was not his money. He was like a very well known as a bull of stock market. He was just pricing up. This lesson that we can learn from him is be grounded. Keep your eyes on the stars, but feet on the ground. It's not just, like you go with an emotions. You got to really analyze everything, measure your risk, and then take the decision with calculated risk. So I'm not saying that, you should be risk averse or you should not take a risk in your life, but take a risk in your life, but measure the risk. Take the calculated risk. Have plan B. If you are doing anything, also know, okay, fine, if this doesn't work, then what will I do? Plan B, even keep plan C or plan D as well. Because, look, situation cannot be like how you're desiring. It can be different. But if you have plan B, plan C, plan D, at least okay, if this doesn't work, I'm going to do this. Be practical. That's what I'm saying. So be practical so that you can take the right decision that is needed for your business. So you will see in his story like how he was using the loopholes in the finance market. And look at the life as a bigger picture. Like you can't, you don't want to be the millionaire or billionaire in your graveyard, right? So think slightly bigger, whenever you see, now look, whatever he has done, but then if he would have a bigger picture, let's say now where is his family, right? You may not probably heard about his son, his wife. Why? Because they could not really now face the media. They don't want to face the media. So they are somewhere else where nobody knows them. Imagine what type of life has he given to his next generation. This is another important thing to consider. What are we going to leave when we leave this world? And other thing that you will see, on the same time when Harshad Mehta was basically trying to get the market high, using other people's money, banks' money, which was not his funds, he was just keep pumping that money into the share market. But the market was high, but you can't really sustain the market at that level. Many other investors has realized that. And you got to realize and be practical. Another investor in the same time, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, you can probably see more about him as well. Or I might be probably making another video on Rakesh Jhunjhunwala. You see, at the same time when Harshad Mehta was basically trying to keep his market up, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala knew that, market cannot sustain at that level, or for how long can it be sustained. He was shorting the market and he started making money during that time where Harshad Mehta was going down, this guy was going up. And you can see like there are two different investors with two different types of mindsets, and how one is going down and one is going up. The guy who Harshad Mehta was very well known, you will see probably about him like, how much money he has, how much wealth he has. Once he was one of the biggest taxpayer in India, and how the hero of a stock market became the villain of the stock market. And you can see even how Rakesh Jhunjhunwala he's one of the wealthiest investor in India. So I hope guys you like this video. Do share this video with others so that they can also learn. And if you like me to make similar video on any other topic or on anyone else, please write in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to make the next video based on whatever comment comes. So thank you for watching until this point. And if you're still watching, I'm really thankful for this. I'll see you next time. Until then, invest in education, invest like a pro.